at the birth of him who is called the bright and morning star.
Travis Wingoodsell. So apparently the last two videos I did are not catching people's attentions. I was hoping they would be different enough to catch people's attentions. Maybe it's just that Mormons are afraid. They're afraid of the knowledge I have. I am Mormon, born and raised. And yet, the word is out to stay away from my videos, which is exactly what the church wants. Or maybe I'm too complex for Mormons. I'm too smart for them. I have had comments talking about me being condescending to Mormons. And so those who say that are typically ignorant on the subject matter. And when it's something that they should be smart on, and they're getting made a fool of, they tend to emotionally respond by, "I know you are, but what am I?" That childhood response. Because people aren't properly educated on how to properly respond and communicate and discuss differences and come to a true conclusion, rather than the fallacy of believing that they can agree to disagree. Because when people do that, they accept the possibility that they're wrong, because they disagree. And when you're dealing with evidence and facts, there is no agreeing to disagreeing. You either accept it or you don't accept it. It's beliefs and opinions that you can agree to disagree. But when it comes to evidence and facts, they're not opinions. And I noticed the big misinformation campaign that's been going on by Russia is to downgrade facts and evidence to opinions, beliefs, feelings, speculations, fake news, etc. And it concerns me because I've been dropping bombshells, providing breaking news, providing knowledge of the church, church history, church doctrine, the latter days. And it's frustrating to see Mormons just cling to that gospel lessons guy who did a video yesterday. He's almost up to 10,000 already. In my video, I'm not even at 30 views yet. Everybody wants to learn about the earthquake, which cannot be identified by science. It's all just speculative. But yeah, the Magna earthquake hit earlier this year, day after my birthday, and immediately Mormons were saying, "There's a bigger one coming." Seriously? We're in the end of the world and Mormons are concerned about something that they can never know is coming. rather than something that they can see happening right now, that they can do something about right now. And instead they don't care. They'd rather live in their fantasy world of speculative distractions. I guess the church got them. I mean, after all, he presented an idol in the April conference and then presented Lucifer at the Christmas devotional. How can you compete against somebody who's completely brainwashed the people? No man knows my history. People who think they do only got it from hearsay. Nobody knows me. Nobody knows my history. Only those who have been watching my videos. And that's less than a handful, isn't it, guys? As you guys are the ones watching this video. I came out in my stake center, which was my ward at the time. That's where we met. I was trying to do a lecture series once a year, and so I was trying to reserve a room in the church to hold lectures. And it was difficult for 2017 because I wanted to do it on the sign of the Son of Man, and I couldn't come right out and tell people because that was too much information for them. They don't have a knowledge of the subject matter. And as I was advertising on Facebook for it, other members were concerned. Oh, I don't know if he's allowed to do that kind of thing. And so the bishop was getting calls from members in the ward. And then the nail in the coffin was one of the neighbors who's deaf, and so he has been poorly educated and is difficult to understand. Came up with his own speculation, literally, of the end times coming. And he was going to break in to my lecture and give his lecture in my place, as he advertised on Facebook. So, yeah, but I was allowed to give it. It was a number of people that showed up. I think they were more interested in the scandal but the bishop had to show up. He doesn't know doctrine. What is he doing there? Oh, I'm the authority, therefore I have automatic knowledge of Scripture and doctrine. No, you don't. I've told you in other videos where a branch president in the older singles ward confided in me as we were cleaning the chapel one Saturday. He said, I'm not as smart as you intellectuals, referring to me. Because that was back in the days when intellectuals were a bad word. Those were the rebels of the church. The glory of God is not intelligence anymore. And then confessed, I've never even read the Book of Mormon. What do you say to a branch president after that? And so, yeah, it all made sense why he was enforcing other tyrannical things. And so as Russ is at the door, I'm just going to end with, are you guys that afraid to know and find out what I know? Is it just because I'm going against the church? Because other people are going against the church and they're getting lots of views. So it's not that. Is it YouTube shutting down analytics? I don't know.